I've watched my fair share of anime over the years. I've watched some good anime, some overrated anime. Solo Leveling. I hated Solo Leveling. It's the most mind-numbing anime on the fucking market. But even I can say with 100% conviction that it looks good. Darwin's game is its own phenomenon. It basically invented what Solo Leveling would be. But it was even worse because, quite frankly, it was shit. It even looks shit. The art style could be made on MS Paint by a 5th grader 30 seconds tops. And the script was even more shit. Everything that happens in the story happens quickly. But because it happens so quickly, the writers either drag it out for as long as possible or they make some shit up on the spot. So the story starts. Kaname is our guy, right? He goes to high school, his friend's dead, he gets a notification about Darwin's game, gets bitten by a snake, and now everyone's trying to kill him. And now he's the leader of the strongest clan in the entire game. Keen-eyed viewers would go, hang on a minute. We barely know anything about this guy. And you'd be correct, because what we know is that we know nothing. He's just the leader guy. But then I hear you asking, okay, maybe his character is shit. What about his powers? At least they have to be cool. He's the item shop. He's the item shop. He's the CSGO item shop. This guy's powers is to summon anything he has touched before in the palm of his hands. Pens, pistols, ammunition, you name it. He can also charge up the power of his weapons at the cost of draining more stamina. Motherfuckers in this universe get no diffed by some guy with a gun. This power is what got him captured by an assassin family, mind you. You couldn't have gotten someone with actually cool powers yet to get the glorified weapon supplier. It shouldn't be a surprise that Kaname's friends are practically no-shows, so them dying isn't really important. Like, do you even remember the crossbow guy? He showed up just to die. There's also this fat guy who gains powers, doesn't even matter, he dies anyways. From the first episode to the second, he becomes more confident and capable and transforms into this compassionate and intelligent leader in the span of 2 episodes. It just stays like that the entire season moving forward. Just goes, I'm this character now. It just boggles your fucking mind. Shuka is just as bad, if not worse. She's like the team MVP, nicknamed the undefeated queen because of just how epic she is. Her sigil allows her to control these metal chains for swinging around the city or stabbing people. She's like the retarded version of Spider-Man. She has this other function where she can create razor-sharp tripwires that can cleave through bone like butter. And she's rich, and she likes Kaname. And that's it. She has been the world #1 Darwin's game player, absolutely slaughtering people with ease, and somehow she can't get past the guy with a fucking gun. If I was her, I would have skewered this man like a pork roast in about 2 seconds. But then how are we supposed to see her tits later? That's a big moral dilemma. Should we be consistent or should we see some ass? Who fucking knows? Shuka gets nearly no-diffed by Ice a few episodes later, and Kaname has to go and save her. Second highest ranked player, by the way. Wang, if I'm being nice, he's like Sukuna, but Sukuna was lame as shit. He's the leader of the 8th clan that's sole purpose is to gain power across Shibuya. Powers are akin to teleportation and the fingernail mutant power Meg had. He pretty much kills a few people, does nothing afterwards, and then gets his limbs chopped off. The next important guy is Dio Toji, this guy. And the reason I call him that is because he's voiced by the guy who does Dio and Toji, which kind of makes me suspect he was like 20% of the anime's budget, considering how awful everything looks. Dio's reason as to why he's participating in the games are so that he can help his sick daughter through hospital. I would say he's a better written character than Kaname, but saying that is stating the obvious. He has a reason and he has the foundations for audience support. And then he dies. You see his daughter not give a fuck about her dad like 30 seconds into learning his death. That money came in real quick and so did the love. Alright, let's go through the side characters real quick. Rain is a lolly who knows stuff. Her power is like that one guy's from Keigen Ashura. Ryuji is like fucking useless. He does nothing but get his ass beat the entire anime. Now we got incest ice powers. Her brother is always inside her. This isn't a joke, I'm being serious. I don't know what this woman does, to be honest. She basically wants to fuck Kaname and that's it. Inukai is my favorite. He is the best. He comes in and absolutely beats the shit out of Kaname in a 1v1. The problem I have with these characters are that none of them are interesting and are only there to fit a stereotype. No one has any growth and all character arcs stem to a specific person changing their entire personality in the span of 20 minutes. I'm more talking about Kaname. Everyone else are like cardboard cutouts made to join the main character. Like, does anyone know what Ryuki does? Did anyone remember his name? Rain has an entire flashback about saving a friend from a car accident, and you couldn't give a shit about it because it was lame as fuck. We had a whole segment about the fat friend getting captured and gaining powers. That lasted a minute. Kaname ponders on the thought that everyone he's ever cared about in high school are now dead.
待てよ、俺も一緒に。おいおい、要にはまだやることあるでしょ。だな。俺らには無理だったけどさ。ひょっとすると。
For a good 2 seconds. You know, who cares, bro? Why even fucking bother? Now, the characters may be all shit, but what about the world building? Surely that's something that's done well in the story. The world building might as well have been non-existent, okay? It might as well have been Jake Paul's draw after the AJ fight. That's how broken this world building is. Darwin's game is just an app where you get superpowers and fight other people. You aren't transported into a different dimension. You don't turn transparent like Soul Reapers. You just have powers to use. Some lame ones, some great ones, some ones that keep you alive even when you're 3 feet tall. The most unique thing about being bitten by the app snake is transforming the area around you into pixels when you die. A lot of people in this universe interact with these grave sites, which are mistaken for clever graffiti. No one has ever seen these and thought to themselves that maybe something was a tad bit off, you know. The chisel work looks too much like a human. The spat of human blood next to where the head would be looks a bit too real. Then you gotta ask yourself, where are the cameras? Where are the cell phones? Not a single police call? Do you think I'm retarded? It's the same thing with the event protocol. It's a system in place that gets all non-player bystanders out of the city for a long period of time when an event is taking place. Well, that's great and all, but did you consider the people coming into the city? Is there a barrier outside the city stopping newcomers? Won't those newcomers be curious as to why there's a giant fucking row of people just outside the city? This is starting to piss me off. I'm here putting more thought into the writing than the writers themselves. Either that or none of these characters give a fuck. The whole reason for his capture was solely for a lowbrow sex joke. This girl had an entire plot point about her Taiwanese lineage being in need of an heir. She thinks that this glorified guy with a gun is the best choice. And she just gives up and joins his group. You barely even see her again anyway. It's like she doesn't even fucking contribute to this shit. So the last thing, what are Kaname's group's goal? Well, their goal is to stop people from playing D-game. And how will they do that, I hear you ask? They are going to paint a raven on a wall, and if you have a mission in the area, then they are going to beat the shit out of you. This is like some shit you'd see in primary school, cunt. Apparently the maker of Darwin's game is so shit scared of this walking item shop, that he has to make a call to another guy just so he can kill him. He's that much of a threat. I can think of like 10 different ways on killing this man easily. Kaname is just a regular guy. I feel like anyone remotely good would butcher him without so much as a sweat. Put me in there. Put me up against him, I'd break his ribs in about 5 seconds. So overall, this show is not good, the characters aren't fully fleshed out, Kaname's sigil is shit, I don't know how he hasn't been killed yet. The story makes no sense, I hope everyone that worked on this dies.